Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Escondido, California. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling day. My day today has been very super fantastic and sparkling. It's been a flowing kind of day, and you're probably wondering what that means. Well, today was my mastermind group. I belong to a mastermind group, and we meet in person once a month. And it was that day today, which meant I had a super early start. Well, for some people it would have been an early start. For me, it's not. I was up at 5, on the road by 6 to get to LA in time, and I have to leave between 6 and 6:15 to get there. I usually get there around 8 to 8:15 if I leave it between 6 and 6:15. If I leave anything later than 6:15, I may or may not be on time for a 9 a.m. start. So I was out the door just after 6, and like at 6:02, and got to my mastermind group in Sherman Oaks at just after 8 o'clock. I think it was like 8:06 by the time I got there. But that wasn't too bad. It was pretty good because, with traffic, it was actually pretty good. My directions usually take me all the way up the 5 and then onto the 101 to the, that way. But today it took me the 5 to the 405, so it was moving quicker. But anyway, I had a fantastic day there. I got to catch up with some people. It's been a couple of months since I was there in person. I wasn't there in July because I was in New Zealand, and I wasn't there in August because I was somewhere up in the western states there. I can't remember what state I was. I don't even remember what state I was in the day that they had the meeting. But it was good to see everybody again and be amongst friends. And today our topic was all about flow, business flow, cash flow, sales flows, any type of flow related to the business that you can think of. And the really cool part is I scored a bag of this stuff. It's Wakaya's caramel popcorn, and it's got pink ginger and kosher sea salt and virgin coconut oil. It is scrumptious. We got to try some. It is amazing. I know my mum won't like it because she doesn't like ginger, so sorry mum, it means more for me. But this stuff is yum. If you want to try some, just private message me and I will get you hooked up with some. But it was really good. So and I was glad to be able to bring a bag home with me. I'm also going to go and order a couple of bags for myself as well. But it was a really good day. Learned all about, like I said, learned about flow. Got to hang out with some amazing people. And can't thank everybody enough for welcoming me back after being gone for so long. And it was just good to get. Do you have a mastermind group that you belong to? Because when you've been out of it for a while, to get back into that culture again, it is just, it was like a breath of fresh air is what it was like. To be back amongst them, the conversations today were just phenomenal. I did learn something I did learn something new. I learned a lot of new stuff today. But one of the really cool things I'm going to pass on to you is that if you have an iPhone, and you know how when you text it, and you probably already know this, but I'm going to tell you anyway for those that don't, because I didn't know this, and it is the coolest thing. But a lot of times when I'm typing text messages and stuff, I make mistakes, and I've got to try and get back to somewhere in the word. I can usually get to the end of the word, then I got to go delete to get back to the letter that I need to change. But today I found out how to get to the letter. And that is that when you're typing and you get that and you see that mistake, instead of tapping on the word and highlighting it and trying to correct it that way, hold your finger down on the space bar of the keyboard and wait till it goes grey, and then move your finger around and it becomes like a mouse. It was the coolest thing. And then you can position it where you need to, take it off and delete that one letter and recorrect it. So it was cool. I learned something new. So now you have learned something new because I just passed that information on to you. But so one thing that you need in business is that you do need to belong to a mastermind group, have a coach, and belong to a mastermind group. Have a mentor as well. Mentors are the bomb. They are amazing because they give you a different perspective on your business. Now, being in travel and being a travel professional, when I'm looking at marketing my business or making changes within my business and stuff, I'm always looking at it from my perspective and not my client's perspective. The cool part about being in this mastermind group is that we have people from all different walks of life. You've got people who are in network marketing. You've got people who are in finance in one way or another, be they a financial planner or a bookkeeper. You've got people who are in the health and wellness business. There's people who are artists, there are people who are authors and coaches, lots of different walks of life that are represented in the mastermind group. So if I come up with an idea and I want to know if it's going to fly or not, I just go out there to my mastermind group and say, this is what I'm thinking of. What are your thoughts? And they will tell me yay or nay, whether they think it'll work or not. And it's great because it's such an amazing group of people that I do value their opinion, and I appreciate their feedback and everything else too, because they can come at it from the customer's perspective, whereas I'm looking at it from the agent perspective, from my perspective as the person who is putting that marketing piece out there. They can then look at it from the other value. So having a mastermind group that you're accountable to is awesome. Having a mentor who takes an interest in your business and helps guide you through some of the pitfalls and stuff that you can go through. He's been there before. He's done a whole bunch of stuff. He's had a lot of, he's been through the ups and downs, so he knows, and he can help you prepare for those as well. And just having somebody you can just bounce ideas off. It's good, and to be accountable too. So, if you say you're going to do something in the business and then to go back to the group and say, oh, I didn't do it, who are you letting down? You're not letting any of them down. You're letting yourself down. So, by having the accountability portion, it's now raising your level, because it's sort of like, oh, I've got to get it done because I promised them I was going to do it, and I don't want to go back on my word. And so, so now you're holding yourself accountable to not just yourself and your clients, but you're now accountable to your fellow mastermind people as well. So if you're in business, make sure you get a really good business coach, you get a mentor, somebody who's been through the pitfalls and stuff, and find a mastermind group, because they're awesome. Great for bouncing ideas off. I mean, the brainstorming we've done in the past has been just incredible. When somebody gets up there and says, I'm having the XYZ problem in my business, and the ideas that will go backwards and forwards it just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. I love when we get to do some brainstorming. But today was good. We had a good flow of conversation, because our topic today was flow of business, flow of marketing, flow of cash flow, just about anything relating to the business. And the conversations were just really, really good. I learned a ton from them. So if you want to, so go find yourself a mentor or a business coach, and all of that too, if you're in business for yourself. If you want to try some caramel popcorn that's got pink Fijian ginger, kosher sea salt, and virgin coconut oil, private message me and we will get you hooked up with some of this. It is amazing. Yeah. They gave us sample cups, and one of the people there was allergic to ginger, so I got to have her sample too. So, and then somebody else wasn't able to eat it I wasn't able to eat it either, so I got hers as well. So I ended up with 3 samples. And when they said, who wants to buy a bag, I was just like, yep, I'll take one. So get out there, have some fun. If you don't have a coach or a mentor or anything like that, find one. Preferably not somebody it's okay to have a coach that's within your business as well, within your trade and profession, but you also want somebody who's outside your profession that can give you a fresh set of eyes too. Because when you've got somebody who's in the profession, it's all about the profession. But when you've got somebody who's outside the profession, it's more about the business skills, about building the business, and it's more the business structure. And getting in there, and instead of just being like in my case, I have a couple of travel business coaches, and it's all about travel. It's not so much building the business, it's more the marketing from my perspective. Whereas in the mastermind group and with my mentor, it's the actual practice of building the business, getting the coaching tips and the coaching ideas and things like that, and getting somebody who is not in the travel industry to give me a fresh set of eyes that looks at the business and goes, why are you doing that? And I'll go, well, I got top, that's made sense to me. And they're sort of like, you should be doing XYZ. And I'm like, okay. And sometimes I would jump on and do it, and other times it's like, let me think about that for a minute. I'm not quite sure about that, but let me think about it. So have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Remember, if you want to try some really yummy, healthy caramel popcorn, private message me and we will get you all hooked up with that. If you're in business for yourself, find yourself a really good coach, a mentor, and a mastermind group to belong to, somebody that you can be accountable to. And you want more than one person to be accountable to as well, because when you've got a group of people, the pressure's on. If you just got backwards and forwards between a couple of mates, you let things slide a little bit. But if you have a group of people that you're accountable to, the pressure's on to make sure that you actually do it and you actually really start thinking about those goals and what you want to go for and everything else. So that's it from me for tonight. Tomorrow is Sunday. It is R&R day, rest and relaxation. Yes, I have nothing on my calendar and I intend to keep it that way. I'm probably going to put my feet up, do as little as possible, just get ready for a busy week. But you'll find out more about tomorrow. Have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Until then, hei konera.